Good morning, everyone. Today we are examining Jeremiah chapter 35. And in chapter 35, you have a discussion about the Rechabites. These are the sons of Jonadab, the son of Rechab. And we don't know a lot about them outside of what we read in this particular chapter. And yet they are going to play a pivotal role in one of the illustrations that God is going to place before Judah. So Jeremiah brings the Rechabites in, and he offers them wine to drink. And verse 6 says, "They said, We will drink no wine, for Jonadab the son of Rechab, our father, commanded us, saying, You shall drink no wine, you nor your sons forever. You shall not build a house, sow seed, plant a vineyard, nor have any of these. But all your days you shall dwell in tents, that you may live many days in the land where you are sojourners." This was the command for their family. This was the standard that was set for their family. They were not to drink wine. They were not to build houses. They were not to sow seed. They were not to plant a vineyard. They were to be nomads. They were to be dwellers in tents. And they have followed that through for generations now. As a matter of fact, they say down in verse 8, "We have obeyed the voice of Jonadab, the son of Rechab, our father, in all that he charged us, to drink no wine all our days, we, our wives, our sons, or our daughters." And so they have done everything that was commanded, all the way down to not building houses or sowing seed. They have been working diligently to make sure that the commands of their forefathers have been brought down and have come to pass. The reason for Jeremiah bringing them in and doing this is found in beginning in verse number 13, because God is going to use them as an example for the people of Judah. In verse 14, God says, "The words of Jonadab, the son of Rechab, which he commanded his sons not to drink wine, are performed. For to this day they drink none, and obey their father's commandment. But although I have spoken to you, rising early and speaking, you did not obey me." So he's going to use a contrast here, that here are these men who have taken their physical forefathers' commandment, and they have kept it to the letter. They have done everything that they can to do what their forefathers wanted and what their forefathers commanded them to do in order to be blessed. And yet God says, "I have my people who I rise up early in the morning to help them, to tell them what they need to do, to give them the commandments that they've already agreed to keep and that they've already agreed to follow." It's not like he's constantly coming out with new commandments and new things and new additions to the law, but rather it is the fact that they will not keep the law that has already been in place. They won't even try. And there is a great contrast between the Rechabites and between the people of Judah. They have not listened to the prophets. They have not been those who have turned away from their evil doing. Instead, they are those who are going about their own path and don't care what their fathers said, don't care what the prophets said, don't even care what God said. They're going to do things however they want to do them. The Rechabites are proof that when one wants to, he can do what has been handed down for generations. And he can keep the commands that have been given. Now, is everything going to be perfect all the time? Nope, it's not. But you can do it. And that's the point that God is making to the children of Israel. You can keep the law. You can diligently follow the law. You can assign yourself in such a way that the law is more important than anything else that you are doing. But you won't. And that was the problem with Judah and Jerusalem. It's not that they couldn't, it's that they wouldn't. And that's the lesson from Jeremiah chapter 35. Next time, we will come back and we will begin looking at Jeremiah chapter 36. But until then, I hope you have a great day.